Hey, Pete, it just seemed like another really good third period. There was a chance you guys could sit back in a 2-1 lead, and it just looked like you were very aggressive coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, good third period like the other night. Listen, it's a good formula when you're playing from in front against that team as opposed to behind. They're a tough team to play from behind against. So, but I liked how we handled having the lead all night. We kept our foot on the gas. Huge power play goal. Big kill at the end there too. And, I thought our 5-on-6 was excellent. When you think about we hold the record for giving up. How many goals do we give up in that one game? Yeah, 3 in a minute. So we're 5-on-6 in NHL history. We had late in the season, so we've obviously fixed that.
Yeah, before you got Mikko, you got Granlund, and he had some nice games for you. It seems like forever ago, but just how big is his addition? He's kind of been a secondary role because of what Mikko's done.
Yeah.
How important has he been for you guys?
Yeah, we were just talking in there. That's a great point, Tim. Like the Granlund-CC trade, both those guys, invaluable contributions. I thought CC was outstanding tonight for us, and Granny, led the way. The thing about him is he really, what he does on the ice is one thing, but the guy oozes leadership. Our Finnish group there, he's kind of the elder statesman of that group. He's won internationally. He's got a lot of respect amongst that group of guys, and he really is fantastic leadership.
Pete, right over here. Just your thoughts on seeing Miro back there, and just what's your expectation on just how gradual you think you guys are going to increase his minutes?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't played in, 42 games since late January. It's the first time I've ever seen him not catch a guy on a breakaway, so you can tell he's been out a while. But I thought it was a perfect night. He got 15 minutes in, made a huge play for us on the power play. You can see what he has, just his composure and patience with the puck. So it's hard not to play him more. We've got to fight that urge. But, talking to him after he got through the game, and he feels good, so mission accomplished.
Pete, how grateful are you to the country of Finland? In all seriousness, what do you think is going to, Jake said that you're going to see Winnipeg's best game of the season in Game 5. Yeah. What's going to be the key to going up there and getting that series win on their home?
Well, and you know what? Listen, that's a good point. I didn't mention Jake. He was probably our best player tonight. He was so solid. He made a lot of really tough saves look easy. And the breakaway save was the save. It was the turning point of the night. They score there. The momentum flips, and who knows what happens down the stretch. So he was fantastic. Listen, we know what we're going into there. We've won on the road before in there. We won on the road in Colorado, which is an intimidating rink too. So I think our group's comfortable on the road, but you got to go and get it done, and it's always hard to send a team home for the summer.
Hey, Pete. Power play has been really good all playoffs. I know kind of throughout the season, some ups and downs, but what do you think's clicking now?
Yeah. Both special teams have been excellent. Power play's been if you take out the first 2.5 months of the season, where we were bottom of the league, we were really struggling. It might be the best in the league over the rest of that time, or right up there. So, our special teams. Listen, when we lost Miro and Robertson, we needed our special teams to be difference makers every night, and our goaltender, and all those things have happened to allow us to be in the spot we're in right now, or we don't get through Colorado and to the point we're at right now.
Hey, Pete. Miro talked about the challenge of getting back from the injury and the injury itself. It's obviously not something you do alone. What did you see from his teammates during that whole stretch?
Well, let's start with his team of trainers that we have here, and doctors and people that worked with him. I mean, a huge effort by that group every day. pushing him to get back behind the scenes. We come in early in the morning as coaches. He was the first guy there all the time, getting his work done before everyone else showed up. So, he gets a lot of credit for that too, because he pushed himself, but he had a lot of people in his corner pushing him. The team, I think everyone knows how important he is to our group. I think, we kind of took the approach that, we can't be concerned about that, until he's back in the lineup. We've got to find a way. And, we stumbled around a little bit. It wasn't pretty for portions of the 42 games he was out, but we the group found a way. You have to give him credit.